Hey guys, I'm Dr. Tim Harrigan with Synergy Wellness. I wanted to talk to you for a minute about symptoms versus function, okay? Most of us are so conditioned to focus on our symptoms from the pharmaceutical company commercials. You know, we don't feel good, so we use caffeine to get more energy. We use, NyQuil to stop coughing or whatever we use, right? Symptoms and function are two very, very different things. Let me give you a few examples of that. Symptoms are good most of the time, which sounds crazy, I realize. Symptoms are good. If I irritate my low back, for example, I have a hard time moving around, it gets inflamed, irritated, I can't do certain movements. Well, you actually want to listen to that signal of that symptom because you've injured something. Your body's saying, hey, don't move in these directions, you're going to irritate it or injure it more, right? We have to listen to our symptoms. Now, I don't want symptoms necessarily, but they're actually important for the healing process. Let's take food poisoning. I want you guys to think about the healthiest person you've ever met, or even a mythical person that's just the healthiest, perfect physiology, everything works great in their body, okay? And they get food poisoning, okay? They eat something bad, some bad fish that's, a little toxic now. What's gonna happen? We all can picture, most of us have had food poisoning in the past. What happens to that body when you get food poisoning? You get diarrhea potentially, start vomiting potentially, start cramping, you feel like crap, you feel like you're dying for 12 hours, 24 hours sometimes, right? Now, can we say that those symptoms are healthy in that healthy individual? See what I'm getting at here? So that was a perfect healthy person. They got food poisoning. They have to go through the vomiting and diarrhea to get rid of those bad germs. So I want us to start thinking about how symptoms actually serve us, and it's more important to focus on function, okay? Let me use another example, a heart attack. Heart attacks are the #1 killer, okay? It's gonna affect most of us. It's the #1 killer. Or heart disease, I should say. Strokes, heart attacks. When somebody has a heart attack, we all know that typically it took 10, 20, 30 years to get to that point, right? Usually though, the first symptom of their 10, 20, 30 years of heart disease, usually the very first symptom most of the time is the actual heart attack. Now, does it make sense to work on my heart, disease after that heart attack or before the heart attack, right? That's all about function. So we have a saying here, test, not guess. If we don't test things in the body, if we don't do optimization tests or preventive tests or certain diagnostic tools that tell me about my physiology, we just wait for symptoms to show up and not worry about the function, right? If I go and I reach and I pick up a pencil off the ground and I tweak my lower back and I throw it out, do you think that is what caused the injury? Or do you think there was a functional problem leading up to that point, right? We all know there's a functional problem leading up to that point. Unless that pencil weighed 1,000 pounds, I shouldn't throw out my back by lifting up a pencil, right? So most of us don't pay attention to our body until it hurts, until it's got symptoms, until it's telling us that it's not happy with us, right? We want to deal with those things way before that happens, and that's function. So we have functional-based tests. A lot of what we do here is evidence-based, where we do functional-based tests, where we can check for toxicities, deficiencies, and imbalances, because I don't want to wait for the heart attack to start working on my heart disease, right? I don't want to wait till my arteries are 80% clogged to start trying to unclog them. That doesn't make any sense. I don't want to wait until I throw out my lower back to start taking care of my spine. Guys, your spine is irreplaceable. By the time that happened, and we didn't do an x-ray on that person for 55 years, maybe they're 55 now and they throw out their lower back, and now we do an x-ray, maybe they've only had that symptom. Maybe they threw out their back 2 weeks ago. But then I have to show this person, look at your x-ray. Your disc down here is 90% reduced. This one is 40% reduced. There's these bone spurs, this inflammation, these ligaments are calcifying, right? They didn't necessarily feel all that. They felt when they threw out their back. So if we can identify those functional things in my physiology, whether it's structural, neurological, hormonal, deficiencies of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, toxicities of chemicals, personal care products, that's a much better way to go, because now I'm full of energy. I'm constantly optimizing my health versus reacting, right? You're being proactive as opposed to reacting. Guys, we have the sickest generation ever. Our kids, they say, will not outlive us as parents. That's scary to me. I have 4 children, 11 and under. They say this generation of kids will not outlive us. That means our lifespan is getting worse for the first time in history. Our lifespan is decreasing. It's no longer improving. Most people live to 50, 60, 70 years old now. The human body can actually last 100 to 130 years depending on the source. We're barely making it to half that, right? So it's all about function. It's all about optimization. Of course, we want to help you if you have symptoms, but that's not our indicator stick. Let's identify those problems, those functional problems, before the symptoms develop. If you already have some symptoms, hopefully that's a wake-up call that we start doing more functional-based tests with you now to now optimize where I'm at. The goal is to optimize and get to basically what we call a maximum medical improvement. That's my range of motion is great, my gut health is great, my microbiome and probiotics are awesome. Optimization of health or maximum medical improvement is really the goal. Then we want to maintain that new, better level versus just maintaining where I am today, because there might be lots of stuff going on in your body and you don't feel it yet. So let's identify that, let's test, not guess, and let's work on it. Thank you.